Alexander Isak didn't return to football in the way he would have hoped after a 2-0 defeat to Kosovo with Sweden, and he had one complaint in common with England striker Harry Kane. Alexander Isak was left furious with Kosovo's goalkeeper in Sweden's 2-0 loss after mimicking Harry Kane's complaint over the 8-second rule. The striker was making his first appearance since his £125 million Liverpool move and lost his temper at his opponent's time wasting. Late on in the match, the Liverpool star was seen counting 8 seconds on his hands as ex-Manchester City shot-stopper Arijanet Muric took his time to release the ball. Incensed by the Kosovan's actions, an angry Isak shouted towards the referee, but his protest fell on deaf ears. Former Tottenham star Kane will know all about that because the England captain was just as furious that the 8-second rule wasn't being kept to during his country's 2-0 win over Andorra last week. The new FIFA-approved 8-second rule sees keepers penalized by the award of a corner if they hold on to the ball for too long, and was introduced in the Premier League this season. Isak's return was an unhappy one as Sweden suffered an embarrassing defeat to 95th-ranked Kosovo in their second World Cup qualifier. It wasn't the only flashpoint in the match involving Isak, despite the striker only coming on in the 72nd minute. The British record signing, who didn't have a proper preseason after refusing to play for Newcastle to force through his move to Liverpool, also received a booking after clashing with Kosovo's Fidan Alati as he was unable to prevent Sweden from the humiliating loss. The frustrations were there for all to see when, late in the match, he ranted at the referee for not implementing the rule of punishing the goalkeeper for holding onto the ball. As per the new law, the referee is supposed to signal that 5 seconds are left by holding up their arm, and if the goalkeeper exceeds the time frame, then a corner kick is awarded. While this rule has been enforced in the Premier League, with Martin Dubravka for Burnley falling foul recently, it seems that it could already be slipping by the wayside in international matches after Isak and Kane's complaints. Isak will no doubt be hoping to bounce back as soon as possible and make a better first impression when he returns to Liverpool later this week ahead of their trip to Burnley. The Reds will travel to the Clarets on Sunday afternoon for a 2 p.m. clash, but Isak is unlikely to feature from the off. If he does come on, it will be his first Premier League match since his